What's up YouTube? Now today I've got my Italian Brixia Model 35 light mortar. This is a light armoured mortar, and as you can see it's got 4 fins on the bottom of it. It's quite small, it's only about the size of my hand, as you can see, a bit smaller than my hand, so it's not the largest of mortar, but it's pretty accurate when it was fired. Now this is a light mortar. It was in service from October 1935 to January 1950. It was built by the Italians, designed by the Italians and used by the Italians. It was mainly used in World War II, and that was the only war that it was used in. And it was also designed and produced in 1935, so it was pretty quick to produce and design. It went from the drawing board to production in less than a year. Now the shell was 465 grams or 16.4 ounces. The calibre was 45 millimeters, and it could be fired accurately, very accurately actually, as this was one of the most accurate mortars of World War II, up to a maximum distance of 530 meters or 580 yards. And this all comes apart if I start to unscrew. This is the top section. So the top, that's made out of steel. It's 3 millimeters thick all the way around, cone shaped at the end for the fuse, and the hole that you can see going right the way through is for the pin. I have got the pin, but I haven't put it in this video because there's not much point, it's not very interesting. Now the fuse, which is this would act as a pressure plate. This disc here that spins, that would act as a pressure plate, and it would push a pin out of there. If I just unscrew it, you'll see it rise. There you go. It'll push that pin out. Now if you carry on unscrewing, this pin does eventually drop out. There we go. So that would have set the charge off if I just wait for the camera to focus. There we go. That would propel the charge. There is no markings on that. That's just to clarify. And then there is also a brass pin right in the side, and that does come out, but I'm not going to take it out because it's a pain to get back in really. So there's that bit. Now this section is the coil around an aluminium drum as such. Now in there, that is where the fuse would have gone, so this pin would have come out and struck the fuse that was in there and set this lot off, and the powder would have been in here, and also the powder would have filled the bottom of that. As you can see, that's tapered at the end, so it's in the shape of the tail. It goes near enough to the bottom of the tail, and at the bottom of the tail in there you can sort of just see what's left of a stamp. They were the markings, but I can't read the markings anymore. They've pretty much gone, but there is evidence of marking. So inside, the powder would have all been inside there. Now I'm not actually sure why they have the coil on the side of this, so if anyone knows or could tell me, I'd be grateful to know. But other than that, that's how the fuse and the mortar comes apart, and that's pretty much how it works. So as I say, this was an Italian mortar and was highly accurate. You could fire 18 rounds a minute when you were not in combat, but when you were in combat, that rate of fire reduced to about 10 rounds a minute, because they didn't want to damage the actual mortar launcher itself, because the tube was easily damaged if you fired too many rounds too quickly. So it was mainly kept down to 10 rounds in combat, and any more was a bonus. But that's pretty much it. So that's a short video this time, so thanks for watching.